Paul, I mean, you mentioned earlier that we should be surprised, or we are surprised that maybe Gen Z isn't leading the push for more sustainability. What do you see happening with Gen Z and the impact that they're having or not having on the future of responsible fashion?
Yeah, one of the interesting facts is we asked them how they look into their current brands, and they tell us that 53% of them tell us that they agree that the brands they use do not fulfill their expectations. So they don't act as they say they would be. So this is really getting into the allergy of Generation Z, but most generations, I should say. Okay. So in a way to solve that, and then really talking about also about business models, is what I call the 3 Rs. And the 3 Rs are resell, rental, and repair. So companies need to change their business model to adapt to these new generations. They expect a sustainability advantage. Generation Z especially has a norm on diversity, right? Right. They expect that. They are the first generation who's completely digital. And the third one, they are also the ones that see possession as something less important than access. Access for them is more important.
Okay.
If you combine it to business models, first on resale, Vinted, of course, we all know that second-hand marketplaces is the way to go. Yep.
So what can you say? I mean, we just talked with Onno about Gen Z and their demands and the things that they're looking for. What part does Gen Z play in your, I say in your art in general, maybe the choices you select in, let's say, the characters in your films, and I know you have a film that's soon nominated for Sundance, which is amazing as well. I mean, what part does Gen Z play in maybe the direction that you're taking in some of these marketing campaigns or films? Is it a big role?
Absolutely. I think for anybody working right now in my position, like if you're not having a real, study on Gen Z, then you're not doing your job, I think. Okay. The thing I love about the new generation is there's a real focus on the individual. People are saying, I don't want to go to an office if it's not going to speak to me. I don't want to have this type of job that my parents had. I want to live here. I want to work shorter hours. There's a real sense of freedom coming from the generation. And so I think that with the work that I'm trying to do, it's also kind of capturing that. It's trying to capture that individual mindset, even going as far as saying we're not going to really focus on the top, the world class, the most, we just want to be, it's everybody, so.